Alright. Here's my second match of this tournament here, where I have a new identity and playing people with odd identities. This person apparently tries to play with like lists each game, which narrows it down to some people, but I don't pay attention enough to know who anymore. Playing this after work on a Friday, which super sucks. I also have like some bread going, which means I'm gonna have to dip probably twice during this match. About 20 minutes in, about 50 minutes in. Anyways, this board's kind of weird. There's Recruiter as like a big focus. You can kind of play a Draw-to-Xmas with like Galleria and Watchtower. Galleria is your payload source, but it's not ideal under colony conditions, which makes everything a little bit weird. Probably you're actually going to opt for Royal Blacksmith given colonies, and that you might rather be working with some treasures, including silvers coming out of Galleria, because that's going to be how you're going to produce your plus buy for the most part. I guess we're going to start probably silver or something. That might be Watchtower, it might be Shanty Town, just for a little bit more acceleration. 3-4 is not the worst, or 4-5 split's not the worst thing on your second shuffle. You really do want to be getting up to Recruiter though. Might open Silver Blessed Village on the other split, but we are not blessed with. Oh, okay. Well, that's annoying. But we are not blessed with a 5-2. So we're going to be playing from behind here. It's good to get the Recruiter. Well, I'm actually sure what I want to pick up here. Could be looking at Stowaway, could be looking at Watchtower, could be looking at Ratcatcher if we really think that getting what's-its-face out is going to be important. Coppers. Engineer is also kind of tempting. The idea that we'll like be getting blessed villages out of it, and maybe that's going to pay for itself a little bit. You can also gain stowaways from it, which is pretty nice. Kind of want to get more cycle into the deck. Like, I don't know if that means Ratcatcher or what. Well, maybe we'll opt for this. I don't really want to put the engineer in right now. It's just here, Recruiter does not miss. That's not ideal. I'd have really liked your Recruiter to miss. Just saying. That's a really good boon to get there. It's going to cycle you back to Recruiter that much faster. You should next turn it though. I'm just gonna be doing so much less. Oh well. Like I'm totally losing this game from here. There is no way. There is no way to beat this. I don't love the Watchtower. Okay, we do see Recruiter here, which is good. I'm just gonna grab a second Recruiter out of this. I do need to be copper trashing, especially if we are going to eventually go into the Royal Blacksmith business. Yeah. And then this will be probably a Galleria. After trashing this estate. Gross. How do you do that? I don't think Blessed Village is the most important thing ever. It's just really, really sub-ideal not to have them. Or it's not really that it's sub-ideal not to have them, it's just that, like, you're doing so much more than I am, which is really annoying. The mountain gift off of this Blessed Village is also going to be a really nice accelerator for you, so it's all pretty ugly. You're getting everything you want to done so far, anyways. Maybe not this turn. I'm just kind of trying to press payload in with the Galleria. Maybe I can buy some Blessed Villages off of it. I don't know what's going to happen. This person's also been pretty slow in their first 2 matches. I guess this is their last. Akuchi. That's somebody who does this kind of crap. It is fairly slow. Is there a Watchtower in your deck? Are you carrying like a Watchtower? Yeah, you are. That's unbelievable. Like, you're going to get to play all this, and you're going to get to play your Recruiter again. This is not appropriate. I guess you don't get back to the silver, but like now you're looking at 5 coppers plus something, and you can just do everything I'm doing just with, you know, an engineer. Alright, we did not find the Galleria, so that's bad. What are we trying to press into the deck? Like, we could try to put an engineer in if we really think we need to get the Blessed Villages. We could gain a Blessed Village in hopes that it gives us, like, a forest gift. And we can do what with that? I have no idea. I don't really need to be adding draw, I feel like. Like, we have the Shanty Town, which is probably good enough for what we're working on right now. Jeez. Could put another Galleria in. Like, that would be trying to hit 8 at some point. I mean, we're going to want it eventually anyways. And it's just this payload press where, like, hopefully I do draw anyways. It's not really something I can afford to be worrying about anymore. We don't really need to have, like, tons and tons of Blessed Village at once. Or we don't need tons and tons of Blessed Villages, like a couple will do. I mean, I'll need some, but it is freaking unbeatable 2-5. It's like everything worked perfectly on top of it. I guess you didn't see them turn 3. That's like the one thing that didn't work perfectly, but you got the engineer, and like you saw the engineer, and you got to big Blessed Village on turn whichever it was, and get the thing that would trigger a shuffle and make you see Recruiter again the next turn. So that's where it kind of feels like, geez, things sure went right over there. In addition to the 2-5. I don't know. I feel like there's still some room. It's just, you know, it's just waning. the amount of room is decreasing rapidly, and like you're not set up to ever have bad turns on top of it. So, oh, that's amazing. You have a Watchtower in hand. Like, how do you do that? It's just been like every single correct boon. Oh, man. Well, this is gonna be bad. I mean, you could still top deck what? Like a whole bunch of, treasures, maybe? I don't know. I'm gonna play 2 Gallerias. And we're gonna buy Blessed Village. Ooh, a Wisp. That does me absolutely nothing. I could take another Blessed Village. I could try to press more Galleria in. Probably I'm just taking another Blessed Village in hopes that I get some goodie out of it. I mean, I was low on village this turn. I had to shove out a silver. Next turn, sure. Could I put an engineer in? Like, what would the engineer be gaining? Silvers? It's actually okay. I might have enough draw for that next turn. The Sky's Gift just irritates me because it's like the one thing that I had going for me is that maybe I was going to produce a little bit more payload. And suddenly that's gone. You know. That just stinks. There's just no. It feels like every time I was potentially going to get some advantage, it just no, wrong. That's fine. I didn't really want those villages anyways. I mean, I did, but they weren't like the end all of my strategy. Like, I don't think that. I think you're fine working with only 2 blessed villages here. Having 8 is not actually particularly helpful. Now, having all this stuff is, but having 8 blessed villages is not the end of the world for me. The main problem I'm facing right now is that now I'm both down on draw and on payload, which is really bad if you're keeping track. Maybe okay on draw, but I'm down on payload, which is completely catastrophic given my lack of stuff and potential lack of consistency. But I guess we'll keep dutifully clearing out the coppers. Now I'm going to have to play Shantytown Plain, which is really bad. Or I could recruit something. But I think we're better off playing Shantytown Plain. Okay. I just gain a Stowaway. Probably. Bottom deck both blessed villages. Awesome. That's really, really sucky. Just saying. You're not even gonna have to go up to platinum. You're just gonna be able to pile on something else. That's how just absolutely terrible this has been. I'm not even gonna be competitive for colonies. You can just be doing Watchtower draw because my deck sucks so much that you don't have to worry about anything else. The other reason to get a bunch of Gallerias is that you can pop fountain points at the end of your turn, which is decent. I guess. Shantytown, huh? And you could just keep putting Gallerias in. That's kind of the state of things over here. I guess that's going to be what we hope for, is to somehow be able to weasel our way into a pile out where we're gonna like pile out a whole bunch of copper after playing some Gallerias. Engineers can maybe gain like a ton of shanty towns. So if we're gonna be doing that, what do we need in the deck? Like a Blacksmith, some more Galleria. I mean, I have to be producing money at some point is the bigger problem that I'm facing, right? Just, you know. Okay. The shantytown sucks. The Stowaway sucks. What are we doing here? We can't draw a recruiter somehow? Okay. Yeah. I'm done. That's stupid. It was my start, too. There's just no chance whatsoever. The entire game. Sad. Alright, let's see if this can go better. We have a card that somehow did not make it onto my ban list that normally is. That's Flag Bearer, which is a stupid card. I should not be first player. I guess you start the last two. Okay. And we just open like Cage Flag Bearer. The idea that we can Peril it. Flag Bearer gives us a little bit more on the cage. If you take Flag Bearer back immediately, you can Peril it into something nice. This board eventually just ends up being a Grand Market stack. There's not a whole lot else here. I'm sure opening Flag Bearer is like totally idiotic somehow. But I never play with it, so I wouldn't know. Maybe you'll have a 2/5. You can open Cage Cobbler. That sounds pretty okay. Yeah. Like, I mean, there's things that would make you happier. Right. I guess the one thing we have to, like, watch for opening Flag Bearer is that there's some second mover thing where you may want to be the one that somehow ends up with flag at the end of all of the crap that happens between. Anyways. Oh, it's time for me to... Oh, whatever. If you take a Flag Bearer, I'll just take another, right? That's fine. I guess improve Flag Bearer, like you can improve your Flag Bearer. It's kind of interesting. Do we want another cage? Yeah, I guess so. Another cage, if we collide them, we can peril the one. That is, collide the two Flag Bearers. Which we don't. Your stuff missed. No, your stuff didn't miss. Your stuff just... Okay, I guess we're periling this one to get flag back. Orb, it's alright. Harbinge this Flag Bearer. You aren't working with Cage, which is really suspect to me. To be real. Like, you need to get trashed down because Grand Market's like the entire game, unless you think you're going to do it all with Treasury Grand Market, at which point you still don't have a deck. You know. Okay, so this can just be like a silver, maybe an improve. I guess we can do improve under the theory that maybe we'll get to improve the flag bearer. Which seems pretty okay. I guess it doesn't quite get us where we wanted, but no. Plus, apparently, I don't actually need any of this stuff. Flag bearer, like take Treasury. Maybe we take Cobbler. Imagine taking Cobbler. So this will be a Treasury, and then we're going to improve the flag bearer, but I'm not sure into what. I'm kind of liking Cobbler. We can gain like silver with it. Alright, we just want to keep doing treasuries and move them up into grand markets. Right. I mean, the thing that I'm thinking with Cobbler is that like we can be gaining flag bearers with it and periling them. Or whatever. But maybe a second, no, I don't need a second treasury. I'm trying to think like how many cards is this? Yeah, I think we can put a Cobbler into the deck. We gain like a Monastery with it. That's maybe the move. I'm totally fine with you having flag for a bit. That's my theory anyways. Like here we can take flag bearer. We could also take like a silver. I'm trying to think how much money we're looking at right here, like grand market, improve. So if we take a flag bearer, we can peril it. I guess we don't. I mean, it doesn't need to be a flag bearer. We could peril the improve actually. I like that a bit better. Whoops, that was not what I meant to do. It's a shield. It's pretty okay. Sword's easily the best loot here. I wonder if I want a Monastery. Not really. It would be nice to have like once the cages go popping, but I don't know. Okay, do I need flag for next turn? Maybe. There's nothing saying we can't gain a couple of them. I mean, probably not. We have the Cobbler coming in. Could just do something like double grand market. I don't know. Monastery, double grand market. Something. I don't really want a Monastery. Right. I'm good. Gain and improve the flag bearers being a mouse anyways. You know. I think we're in a good spot here. Get the last 3 grand markets. That seems amazing. This flag bearer goes into a treasury. Yeah. Are you still carrying one? Yeah, you are still carrying one. Oh, well. I don't actually need to be doing that. I just buy a flag bearer. Oh, whatever. So many more grand markets. I'm happy about that. You don't have anywhere near the degree of control I do, so like you'd have to be buying flag bearer. I guess there's a move where like this turn I just buy a couple flag bearers. Right. Cage is getting popped. We can do the what's its face? The thing next turn. Like you don't have enough buys, gains, whatever to really be threatening me. Do I want something out of this improve, or would I rather just see more grand markets? I mean, that's what it's 3 grand markets, isn't it? Yeah. So what? We could take like 3 flag bearers, province, or 2 flag bearers, 2 provinces maybe. That seems reasonable. And just win next turn. Because you don't have the buys to be doing this business. You don't have a sword, so we're good, as far as I can tell. I'll get not opening cage. What are you going to do? Buy 2 provinces? You're still going to lose to the estate pile out pretty easily. Now even more so. I'm just going to be aggressive and gain an estate with this. Okay, going to get through deck fairly easily. Maybe not. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, we're already there, aren't we? Like, we don't really need to be continuing, but... Alright, well, we got one of the 2 starts. Now it'll be yours. And we're going. I'm actually going to step out here, though they won't know that. I'm guessing they're going to take long enough that it just looks like I'm thinking. And man, they just went and opened Skulk on me. That's probably what I'll be doing on the 4. But, what do we have here anyways? Not a lot. I mean, we could just open Silver Skulk. I think we need to get the Skulk in before we donate, and then there's like Border Village plus draw stuff. It all looks fairly straightforward. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'd like to be opening... I guess maybe you'd open Silver with the Skulk open anyways. Although if you have the pouch, you can actually go Silver plus donate on that hand, which seems amazing. I guess I could go Skulk plus donate. Can we pay... How much would we be paying off? Are we keeping the Skulk around? Surely yes. How much would we be paying off? Like pouch, silver, copper, we'd be paying off 8. I guess we end up in the same spot, both of us. We'll produce 8 on that turn, although we'd have the option of producing 7. I wonder what, like, nasty thing your Skulk can do to me if you keep it around. Option of producing 7, keep the Skulk around, produce 7 with it, and we'd have 6 the next turn, which is enough. Yeah, that all checks out. Oh, you can bore my Skulk. Well, that's irritating. That was apparently the one thing that I had not taken into account, was you being able to war my Skulk. I could still go down to 7 like this. Have 6 left over for next turn. What are you carrying? You're carrying copper. I mean, you can still Mule. Alright, well... We're doing it this way. I'm actually taking Border Village Skulk here. I could take Border Village Maroon. I don't think much of the Sea Witch, to be perfectly honest. Like, we'll deal with the curses as they come, right? Skulk gets me another gold into the deck. And I'm not exactly sure what happens this next turn, but we'll just be a little bit more aggressive with things. Like, go ahead, curse me. I mean, are you going to do another pair? Sure. I can probably keep up. If I can't, I can always donate again. This is 9. 8 or 9. So I want, like, Border Village Maroon. I could add a Shanty Town with that. That seems okay. Yeah. I just have to be able to carry 1 curse. Okay. You could try to, like, overwhelm me and get more Border Village Sea Witch pairs, but I don't think that's really the move. Right. Omens, huh? So maybe this will be a Border Village Skulk, and I mean, you just don't have to deal with curses like I do. Seems like an okay deal. 7 or 8. I guess 7. Diluted. That's a good one. Border Village Witch's Hut. I mean, I'm gonna try to be doing this without the Sea Witches. I think that's just dumb. Like, I could be taking Border Village Sea Witch right now. Right? How's annoying. Anyways. Like the Sea Witch is 2 cards also, right? I could also take another Maroon with the idea that we're going to Maroon Skulks, but, like, this gives me a little bit of consistency boost on top of, everything else. So, we'll just go this way. Like, they're both 2 cards, Witch's Hut's a little bit more reach now, Sea Witch is a little bit more reach next turn. The Diluted's really, really helpful, because it kind of puts me in position where, like, you have to be buying rope, you have to be buying gold, whatever. That's not as amazing as whatever else. Okay, well, Envious sucks. That might actually hurt just as much as the Diluted. Hey, I guess not. Like, I'm still gonna get stuff done. How much is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right now. That's all we're getting. You lose your rope into a silver. That's actually probably good for you, to be perfectly honest. I'm going to take another Border Village Sea Witch pair here. It's maybe a little bit under-aggressive on the payload, but I think we're about equivalent at this point, and like I have a Maroon and you don't. It seems pretty okay. I mean, you have the rope to trash, but you can't target trash with it, so fine. I'm carrying an extra curse from your Skulk last turn. Again, fine. What the hell? We're gonna hold the curse, probably. That's a really, 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 really bad hex for me. Like, excessively bad. Just because it messes up this turn so badly. So we're gonna discard these 2. Still just focusing on trashing out this curse. Okay, we got the Sea Witch off. That's good news at least. Let me just go Border Village Skulk here. I'm imagining a world where, like, we end up maybe donating next turn. No Border Village Rope. The Province. I kind of want to inject just a little bit more payload with the Skulk. I can deal with it when the time comes, so to speak. I mean, I won't be taking Poverty this turn, so all good. You get a curse trash? Yeah, I did. That sucks. No, you got another Sea Witch last turn. Well, that doesn't do anything. I was going to take that curse anyways. I mean, it's consistency boost, but, like, I'm donating this turn, so who cares? We're even going to probably try to lay the Maroon on a Skulk, because we're donating. I mean, that's the perfect world, is I get to lay the Maroon on a Skulk. We'll put it on something else if the need arises. Oh, am I really discarding a card again? This is just absurd. Okay, you do not need that Sea Witch. I mean, it's draw, but Witch's Hut's just better. To be real. Curse is about to be out. I wonder if there's going to be, like, some kind of win on Skulk here. That'd be probably more talking about, like, for you than for me. Alright, let's do that. What's in the discard? Just curses? So I probably need, like, Province Donate. How much money? 3, 5, 13. Could be 14 and 2 buys. I'd get to pay off a little bit more of it. 13, drop an attack in. I don't know what the attacks can be. It's that impactful. Misery would be pretty nice to give. Yeah, greed. Mediocre. So, Province, Donate. We just straight up Province Donate. I don't think we really want to be adding a Skulk in here. It seems kind of dangerous. I mean, it increases my deck power a little bit. Right. Actually, quite a lot. I get to Maroon and still have 3 buys left. On the other hand, it leaves me with, I mean, you're not gonna hit whatever number you need to be hitting, right? 20? That's gotta be so out of range for you. I had a gold in the discard. Well, three of those things isn't gonna... Yeah, I guess I should have gone after it, maybe. I don't know. I'm not overly thrilled about having to use this donate, but such is life. I mean, we're leading on payload, but we did have to burn however much of it on this donate, so it's really a matter of can I keep up after this next turn. You're carrying a little bit more draw. The other thing is, like, a single province might not be enough. Like, I think I can produce 12 and 3 buys. And I'm trashing 4 curses this turn, so... I don't know. Oh. Wow. Dang. Yes, a province is now enough for you. Yeah, we'll get to count stuff out. Now that I get all the worst hexes, like I gave you greed and you gave me freaking misery, which is like actually genuinely game deciding here because I was actually going to win this turn. I'm pretty sure. To be honest. Now I can maybe get a tie out of it, which probably I take. I can get there. What are the 2 remaining hexes? Like locusts? No, we saw locusts. Okay, how much money is this anyways? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So it'll be there if I draw fully. Which, I mean, we just have to stick a Maroon on a Skulk. Or we could stick the Maroon actually on the Sea Witch. Right. Like, stick the Maroon on the Sea Witch. We might have enough buys. Okay. Yeah, well, this is not a fantastic start to things. The question is do I Mule this now? At that point, what am I trying to do? I mean, at that point, I'm just trying to max points. Okay, we're not able to trash a gold. So probably I'm actually just going to be buying state seems like a really good move. And then next turn we're not even putting Maroon on the Sea Witch next turn. I don't know what's happening next turn. Yeah, whatever. Things were not going well. I mean, I can try to draw into some of this, but I don't think there's going to be enough oomph in the deck anymore. It had to happen that turn. I just could not connect stuff when I needed to. I've been really happy with a tie. I should trash the copper. I don't know if I needed it. That's devastating. You take province, which means my goal is now just going to be province this turn. If I can get there, okay. We're getting there. How much more do I want to see? I want to see a lot more. I mean, I'd like to play Skulk, which I don't get to do. But we're moving along here. It looks like I'm just gonna lose. Definitely looks like I'm just gonna lose. Yeah. I can just buy 3 Skulks and win out of this. Envy. Well, now I'm definitely losing. Put something onto my deck. Okay. I guess I just have to play the Skulks and hope, like, I envy you, or rather, yeah, like, do something appropriately devastating, diluted, okay, haven't lost yet. The problem is that you're probably still in pretty decent position to be getting, a province, and I'm not drawing, so that's bad. Oh boy, omens. I mean, I would have lost, but I'm totally losing anyways. Well, we're gonna get to trash the copper. We need that province and more. Like, I still need to give you misery. I still need to locus a province of yours. This is not good. Discard an action or treasure. Alright. I mean, there's been... Like, I thought I was okay. I mean, I had the one turn where I could have tied or won. So, I think that was okay. Just the draw came completely apart. This somehow hope you're unable to province. Oh, another misery. Jeez. Alright. These hexes murdered me. They murdered me. They murdered me pretty good. Yeah, I hope we can do better here. I mean, at this point I feel the 2 losses were both not games I was capable of winning, so that's alright. What are we starting here? I guess we're starting Supplies Mapmaker. There's no real need to be hitting 5. I think that, I mean, there's Village and there's Draw. I think you have another option of, like, this Figurine sack deck where you don't actually try to, like, get stuff or get stuff done. Supplies, top decking horses is fine. But with Expand here, I think you gotta be playing this deck. Okay, well, we're way behind because not seeing the Mapmaker turn 3 is bad news. Grab another supplies. You should demand ports, or actually you should demand a Mapmaker. You don't need the ports yet. Okay. Alright, we're just not going to find our Mapmaker ever. That's good. Real positive here. You can totally just buy this nobles if you want. I mean, you don't. I think you want the sack a bit more, or like demanding ports, but like the Mapmaker's not gonna do anything to me. Or I can't benefit from a Mapmaker play, I should say. We're probably generally going to avoid nobles buys, but that's right. So I have 1 supplies over 1 nobles. It's not actually the worst. And I should be having a working deck this turn. This turn we need to get the sack of loot in, kind of badly, in fact. We really like to find the supplies. Okay, that's good. Top deck 2 horses. We have Port Mapmaker on top. All good. I wonder if that should have been expand first, actually. Huh. I mean, I had 7, but I think our deck is not like that overly contingent on trashing. So I kind of want to get the payload boost in first. At least I hope it's not that contingent on trashing, because we're not playing like it is. Let's take expand. Okay. What do we want more? Find the sack or draw on? It's got to be draw on. Yeah, just find the sack. That's what I mean. Okay. Insignia. That is fine. Do I want the expander, or do I want to, like, supplies demand a Mapmaker? I'm gonna go with... I don't know. We can go either way on this. I'm gonna take the expand. Yuck. I mean, this was expected. We lost. We had to discard both of our supplies, which is really bad. Just a lot of not good things happening this match. Probably put us back to even for the tournament, which is probably, I mean, you have to be top 8 out of 20, which is probably not going to be good enough. Again, this is one where, like, you know, you saw your Mapmaker turn 3 and mine missed the shuffle, and the acceleration is just so different from there. Like, even if I have supplies over noble, like, that doesn't actually mean anything. It's just a coping excuse. Right. You have no idea how devastating it would be if you took the ports. I mean, you don't know that. Like, you don't know that I'm staring at a terrible hand, but, like, you could potentially end up piling ports this next turn, and probably will. Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, you still might. It's looking bad. What are we going to do from here without any ports? We'll have to get nobles. That's alright. Spell scroll. That is fine. I need that for nobles. And a lot of Mapmaker. I'm gonna take 2 Mapmakers here. I mean, I think we'll still probably be fine without, that many ports. I don't know if that's just something I'm making up. We could top deck 2 Mapmakers. We can gain the nobles mid-turn, right? Or we'll gain the nobles with the spell scroll and be able to go off that way. We can kind of continue to do that with expand, right? So really, if you think about it, the move's going to be like try to get this mid-turn game with expand thing happening, which, I mean, it's a good thing we have supplies because we're going to need a lot of forces to align stuff. I'm just going to want the last 2 Mapmakers this turn. I'll have a point lead. Oh, I can't play the nobles anymore. That sucks, but that's what we'll live with. I don't actually need to. Right. So maybe we just go like insignia to province. Yeah. Like, what am I hitting in that case? 7? That's no good. I'm gonna go supplies to Mapmaker. I mean, I want to top deck a Mapmaker. Potentially get the last one. So what are we looking at right now? 3, 7, 8. I mean, we have 8 without the 2 coppers, so we could expand a copper into a insert whatever supplies. I'm gonna get another expand also. No. Go supplies to Mapmaker. What are we doing then? Do I like need to be scoring? I don't think so. Just do take this into supplies like it's inoffensive. Ultimately. Hammer. Well, that's pretty okay. So, demand Mapmaker. How many buys do you have? Yeah, just assume it's not enough. Top, lots of horses. I mean, you've gotten 2 loots, which means you have 4 buys in the expand, right? So that's not enough, because if you pile supplies, like, it's not going to work. I guess the one thing, actually that's not true. Like, you can sack of loot and then staff something and have an extra gain. Shoot. Yeah, okay. I guess that's assuming that you draw a deck, which is kind of unlikely. Maybe. Yeah, you have a win if you draw fully, which I don't think is actually happening. Be real. Now I have absolutely no way to be like ending any games here either. I have like 4 gains, so, and one of them's the hammer. So that's kind of not perfect. Well, maybe you could do it. There's a lot more horse than I was expecting to see. Yeah. Saw 4 ports with the Mapmaker. That's amazing. Yeah. I mean, if you draw fully, which now it looks like you're definitely doing, you can totally win this. That expand, I mean, it's fine. It's just not really advancing you towards the win that I left. More ideal move would have been to take a supplies or even a duchy. Yeah, you'd have had it. I guess you still do. Just more complicated, like. Duchy. That is not a duchy. Well, there was a win here. For sure for you. I don't know if you're going to buy anything green or not. I mean, you just increased gain power by how much? Okay. Well, let's play our Mapmakers. I somehow did not manage to find many, which is not good. More Mapmakers, that is. You're seriously struggling here. Yeah, we can expand horse to nobles. I think that's probably my preferred move for continuing to draw, as opposed to like a duchy is the other option. Duchy would theoretically make things a little bit harder for you next turn, but we may be past the point in the game where I can really worry about such things as that. Yeah. The other thing about nobles is I guess it knocks it down to a pile that's going to be a little bit easier for you for next turn, and I'm not going to be like taking a substantial point lead, so probably we should go with. We should be going with this option. Can I afford to be like trying to top deck Mapmakers here? Maybe. Like we might have a Mapmaker on top. We could just put 2 horses down instead of 4. That seems terrible. Okay, well, there's our Mapmaker. Do I want to clear this now? Probably not. Is it Sexton? That would have been nice to have ages ago, like when +5 would have done me some amount of good. This is probably gaining a Guardian and we're double provincing. Sounds reasonable. Yes, it was a copper. I should have cleared it. Oh well. I thought it was a green card, in which case it would have been down a coin. And I didn't count it out anyway, so even if it was a green card, I would have been okay. Yeah. Ungood. I mean, my pace was off. I probably would have done good with like 4 more ports, but I don't think it would have been that substantial. The pace just gets thrown so far off when you open a draw card and don't see it at all. I mean, it's devastating. You totally had a win last turn. It's actually kind of ticking me off that you had this win last turn. And just didn't do it. Well, that looks bad for you. I mean, it's not like I can do anything about this, right? Right? I can totally do nothing about this. You're provincing anyways? Yikes. Well, no. If I draw fully, I can actually win this right here. That was a short-lived dream. And still province. Oh boy. Can I Mapmaker into anything useful at all? No. Do we just gain like an expand or nobles, or probably an expand? You have so many ports, but like maybe you don't manage to draw one and you have some Mapmakers. Yeah. I don't know how your draw is going to go. I mean, I'm sure it'll be good at this point. You should be able to take out those provinces. You're not doing midterm Mapmaker. That's actually genuinely really irritating me. Yeah, I mean, I actually did have a draw to win right there. Okay, this is not going to be a useful exercise to watch. Yeah, I mean, I had two of those that were not winnable games. This one, I don't know. I mean, I guess like both of the ones that I thought were not winnable games, like I had draws to win, which is okay. It's not exactly satisfying to not win them, but you know, these things happen. And yeah, it's just, I mean, it's annoying. Like, I could not win two of these. I probably couldn't even win this one after the Mapmaker miss. And this is definitely Akuchi. You can tell by the period. Anyways, I'll see you all.